Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Saturday, March 12th. Went and had my hair done today. So yeah, the only thing, I think next time when I go, because I only go every 8 weeks, the next time when I go, I'm gonna tell her, or ask her, I should say, not tell her, but not to put the red all along my hairline because I just feel like it's a little harsh and it dyes my skin there. So yeah, I'm sure that she can put either blonde there, you know, all along my hairline, or like the lighter colors, you know, the lighter like brown color. Yeah. But I know it will fade. Red fades very, very quickly. And it was so funny because Bill's like, well, you got your hair cut. I said, well, yeah, I only get it cut every 4 months. She doesn't cut it every time. He's like, well, it's shorter. That's what happens when you get your hair cut. It needed to be trimmed. I mean, yeah, and in 4 months, it will probably be like down to here again, you know. And mind you, when he said that, we were standing in front of each other, and he went to do something and he laughed and he spit in both of my eyes. Like that was, we were laughing so hard though, because I'm like, well, that's a first. Never had someone spit in both of my eyes at the same time. Yeah. So before I get into like the video, I just wanted to mention, how do I say this? I know I've talked about this a handful of times on my channel. Cross stitching and needlework was my first love. I did that more than any other craft I've ever done. And I have to say that I have forged more friendships, and needlework has given me more joy than any other craft that I've done. I understand that people who came to my channel when I was diamond painting, that they probably just, I don't know, feel at a loss, or I understand that they probably miss me diamond painting. However, having people constantly say it to me, it makes me weary. It makes me tired, because it's almost like, I automatically feel pressure to go diamond paint. And that's not what any of this should be about. And I try to put myself in their place. If I was watching someone's channel and I joined their channel because they did a certain something, and then they didn't do that certain something, I would either still stick around because I liked them, or I would just go find another channel that did that thing that I liked. And honestly, I wouldn't ever put in the comments that I missed blah, 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 because I know these people probably are not malicious in their comments, but I don't really think they realize the impact or the feeling, at least for me, maybe I'm by myself in that, but the impact or the feeling that it automatically gives me when I see that, because how am I supposed, I don't know how I'm supposed to react to that. Just like Mrs. Crochet and Coffee is rebranding herself, and I applaud it. I'm here for it, because I have said time and time again that people who are creators need to be able to change, need to have the permission to change, need to be able to be fluid with what they do, because everyone changes. Yeah. A lot of the YouTube channels I watch, it's because I like the person, not necessarily. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously I'm there for what they're doing too, but sometimes there are videos that I'll watch from someone and I just like them. It's not what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Okay. So I did get some stitching done yesterday. I got a little bit done on her skin. So I got her, oh, you know what? I meant to turn, okay. People were saying the video was jumping, and it's because autofocus was on. So I just turned, and I made a big note for myself here, turn off autofocus. So I was able to do her arm, part of her sweater, and then more of her arm. So I'm hoping today to get more of that done. I am hoping to do some more stitching today. Bill and I were going to go to Costco, but it is abysmal outside. Like weather-wise, it's horrible outside. So he was like, I don't feel like going to Costco. I'm like, okay. He's out in the shed working on a fishing reel or something. So I'm in here doing this. Okay. So yesterday, and you know, this is how much doing needlework and doing the junk journal has really just brought me so much utter joy. I mean, yesterday it almost brought a tear to my eye when I was fooling with my junk food heaven kit, because someone commented and said, you should journal, you know, the fabric, the original fabric and the floss and all of that. And I'm like, you know what? They're absolutely right. So I went looking in the junk journal for the page that I wanted to do. And so I found it. It is a couple pages. It's like, it is one page past. Like there's an empty page that I'm going to have to fill. But when I happened upon this page, and I knew that was going to fall out of there. When I happened upon this page is perfect. So what I decided to put here is I ironed the fabric that came in the kit. This is what came in the kit, because remember, I can't pull the needle out. So I'm going to put this up here. Wait a minute. Was that what I was going to do? No. Nope. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to put, this is the insert that came with it. So that's going to go on this page. I'll make it as a sticker. Run it through my sticker maker. And one thing that I realized yesterday, I have my dates off of when I stitched this because this kit says 1989. That means I was 8th grade, not 6th grade. My friend taught me to stitch in 6th grade, but I must not have done anything because I'm telling you, this was the first thing I ever stitched, like from start to finish. So I'm guessing I just didn't really pick it up until I was in probably James Way or some store like that, because there were no Michaels or AC Moore then. So 1989, so 40 years would have been, 40 years would have been 2029, which is still 7 more years. So technically, this is 33 years old. 33 years. So I'm going to put this here, and then I decided to take the original floss that was in it, and I braided it. And what I want to do is I want to glue it. And if I can do this without dropping it, glue it all around the page, on this page. So I will do it like, it fits because I did it yesterday. So it goes all around the page. So there's that side of it. And then I could journal here on it because I like how it's lined. And then I love that. So I probably would just leave this like that. But this is really what, let me scoot this over. This is really what sealed the deal for me using these pages. Because look at this. This pulls out. I'm going to put the old stitching on there. Slip it in there. the new stitching on here. Slip it in there. Are you kidding me? Like, is that not perfect? And then I'm going to leave this like that. Leave this like that because I really love that paper. And I could also journal on this side. And then here, now this wasn't here. I put this on here yesterday. I'm going to tell you, this was just a whole page. I decided I wanted the fabric, okay, put up there. But I wanted to incorporate, I wanted to have the original pattern in there as well, because I'm going to make a copy of this when I stitch it. I'm not going to highlight or mark on this. And I'm like, I need to make a pocket. So here is what I did. This is a piece of perforated paper that is like pink flourish. I have every color of perforated paper that's out there. So this is perforated paper, and what I did, you can see it is a pocket because this does go in here. Let's go. I used this. One of my subscribers suggested getting this. This is a purple glue stick mega size. I will link it down below because I got it from Amazon. All I did was I ran glue here, here, here. And what's wonderful about that glue is it shows up purple and it dries perfectly clear. And it dried within, I don't know how long, but it worked fantastically because look, there's a pocket now. So I'm going to put the fabric down first and then put this so it'll rest over it. But is that not the most perfect layout? And it literally just, everything just kind of fell together with that page layout yesterday, and I literally teared up because this person, this Three Birds Lane, who made this journal and who I bought the, ooh, that should be a fun one to do. That should be the page I do the Wordle on or something. I need to do like a math one. They did such a phenomenal job with these pages in here that I'm just blown away. I mean, it's just so fantastic. So I cannot wait. I really, what I did wish, and I try not to wish, obviously, because, you know, things are how they are, but I wish I would have discovered this junk journaling like years ago and started doing it, because what I would have been able to journal, I mean, especially when I was going through my cancer treatment, I would have just been able to journal so much of that and incorporate my stitching in it. So I just have to thank Michelle Bendy Stitchy for really like lighting that fire underneath of me to really start doing it. So cannot wait to continue on this little journey. And I'm telling you, this has brought me so much utter joy. And one of the reasons also that I have sort of lost interest in diamond painting is I don't know where the fuck I'm putting them. I don't have any room. I don't want to donate them or give them away. I don't know what to do with them. Just saying. Okay. Let me tie this back up. And I just love the fact that she makes these journals out of little golden books. I need to have her do me a Halloween one. Seriously. I mean, I had that little Halloween one, but I don't know. Is there a Halloween little golden book? Maybe I need to message her because she would probably do it. She doesn't have any more junk journals. I bought the last one. The Alice in Wonderland one was the last one she had. And I love the ribbon tie and just love everything about it. Yeah. Okay. So I did get my Nashville order from Top Knot Stitcher. I have met Abby in person at the New Jersey retreat, and she is a fantastic human being. And I just love supporting small businesses when I can. So she is my go-to, like to order, you know, for Nashville and things like that. So she sent me a nice little note and said, "Thank you so much, Danielle. I hope you enjoy your new goodies. I'm including one of the new Dinky Dyes colors I hope to see you at the NJ retreat. Yes, so she included a skein of corn silk, which is a beautiful, like, yellow, golden, beigey color. Okay, now there's only one pattern that I don't have that she said is going to ship later. It is actually, I don't know if I have a picture of it. It is, do you know the series, I don't know if it's Heart and Hand. It's the birds, like the tall birds, and they have a Christmas one, an autumn one, a St. Patrick's Day one, a Valentine's Day one. They have one for coffee. I almost crapped my pants when I saw that. So that is what is going to ship later. But many of these are going to be perfect for the junk journal, because literally when I buy stuff now, that's what I'm thinking about. But these are perfect. Like, this is Heart and Hand imprints, berries and blooms. I mean, are you serious right now? Right? They'd be perfect to go in the junk journal. Round red sampler. I absolutely loved this because I could cut this in a circle and put it on the page in a circle. I just love that so much. And I'm wondering what thread they used. Cherry Cobbler from Classic Colorworks. Yeah, that's a pretty thread. Not big at all. I mean, that's the joy of it, right? This ink circles, I got Bluegrass. And it looks like it's done in, okay, they use 939 DMC, but I could use black. I'm tempted. I would love to do this because it's only barely 5 by 5 on 14 count. So it would be much smaller than that on 18 or 20. But remember, I have that piece of 14 count Aida from Brandon from Be Stitch Me, that Life's a Peach. This would look amazing on that, wouldn't it, in black? Yeah, I think I might do that. That would be really good. And that's what I was thinking. Well, no, I was just thinking, you know, the journal for sure. Okay, I also got a Tiny Modernist pattern, Mouse's Lucky Day, because I'm obsessed with these. I have all of them in my cart, like online. Look at her little dress. Are you kidding me right now? And I realize St. Patrick's Day is next week, but who cares? This one really caught my eye too. This is by Summerhouse Stitchworks, Fragments in Time, Susquehanna Valley Samplers. I just really loved this. I loved the colors of the fruit. Perfect junk journal because it's only 51 by 51. Yeah. Now this one is Romney's Creations, 31 Days of Halloween. I was thinking that I could just stitch a couple of these, you know, put them in the junk journal. I mean, especially look, the Scream face, which, by the way, the new Scream movie that was in the movies is now streaming on Paramount Plus. We have Paramount Plus, so we're watching that tonight. Let's go. I texted Bill. I was like, from the hairdresser, I was like, oh, we got to watch that tonight. I've been waiting to see it. I love all the Scream movies. I've loved them all. Okay, next is Pickle Barrel Designs Coffee Talk. I love these two. Now, how big are they? And what I really love is they only use, like, one uses 8 colors, one uses 6 colors. These are 50 by 75 and then 99 by 78. You know me, I love anything coffee. Love all the coffee patterns, seriously. Another coffee pattern from New York Dreamer, No Talkie Before Coffee. So no talkie before coffee, and then coffee crafting repeat. Love both of those too. I love how they mounted them on those coffee cups. Oh, the frame was made by her husband, and for more info, email her. So you could probably buy that frame. Wow, that's cool. I bet that's a pretty penny because that's probably not easy to make. Junk journal. Yeah. What I need to do is oh my God, I just got an idea. Which one? Okay, so you guys know how I'm just obsessed with the Jovalia frothy cappuccino. I literally need to junk journal the empty pack of frothy milk, powdered milk, cut out part of the box. Yes. Oh, yes. And I don't know what coffee pattern I'll stitch it with, but that one would be nice if I could do it. Okay, here's one. Another New York dreamer. Life Begins with Coffee. Love that one. Look at that frame. I mean, her husband is just so utterly talented. Jesus. Oh, no, this frame was purchased from Hobby Lobby. Really? And she even gives you the SKU number, so that's nice. And another coffee pattern. I really love this one from RETM. How big is this, though? It only uses 4 colors. I'm all for that. This is 71 by 101, so I feel like I'd have to really do some measurements here. It would surely have to be on 20 count. But Eternity, time it takes coffee to brew in the morning. I loved the cup so much, the design of the cup. Don't you love that? And then I got the newest Luminous Fiber Arts Gathering Honey. I absolutely love all of these because it's one color. What color is this? And it's 76 by 76. What the hell's the floss? Okay, it's Classic Colorworks. But which is it? Classic Colorworks. Oh, she stitched it in silk. Belle Soie Teddy Bear. Why are there 2 charts? The alternative is DMC 3829 or 420, and she even gives you the number of stitches. I'm not understanding why there are 2 charts. What am I missing? Oh, okay. She gives you 2 charts because if you look at the front, the model was stitched with buttons in the center of the flowers, which I love that idea. But she gives you a second chart that has stitching in the middle if you want to actually stitch it. I would use buttons. I would probably get colorful buttons from Just Another Button Company or something, but aren't those little birds just the cutest little things? I love all those. They have like picking berries. There's a snowman one. I want them all. Yeah. I love one color patterns. Very much so. And the last thing that I bought is a booklet from Brenda Gervais, Keeper of the Pins. Now, I really want, like, she has a Valentine pattern, and I mean, this is actually a book. Valentine pattern and a winter one that I really like. So my favorite one was this one on the back, or this one that says, "My soul is fed with needle and thread." I love that one. I like them all, but I really like that one because then I could journal about how I got started stitching and how much I love it. And yeah, I like this one too. This simple sampler. Yeah, I really like that one too. But yeah, my favorite one was the "My soul is fed with needle and thread." And why do I not even see that in here? Oh, there it is. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I love the fact that the O in soul is one of those tomato pin cushions. Don't you love that? Just love it. So many awesome designers, and people are so creative, and yeah. Okay. So some talking points, because boy, do I have a bunch. All right. So someone posted, do you prefer to sort your thread by color or numerically? I don't know how this is organized, but I am all for sorting it. Well, okay, let's say the sulky I sort by color grouping because they're not in numerical order. DMC I like to have in numerical order because otherwise it makes my brain hurt and it's easier to find. But as far as the sulky, by color group. So, yeah. Okay. This is a Wordle meme that I just thought was so funny. This says, only one more guess before all of Gotham is blown to pieces, Batman. And Batman is saying, I'll stop you, Wordler. Look, he's down to one guess. Isn't that so funny? Bill got his in 3 guesses today. It took me 4. So he beat me today. And you know, he's like, well, you know, everything's competition. Everybody's got to beat everybody else. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be honest. My competition is myself. I do want to get a word in 2 guesses. I think it'll happen. But I just don't want to break the streak. Like, I want to make sure I am getting all of the words in the 6 guesses. Yeah. He's like, yeah, uh-huh. I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. Okay, so this was posted in one of the book groups that I belong to. And this is a perfect sentiment for when we say, oh, that book was awful. Hold your tongue for a second. They were books that you didn't enjoy. It's not the same thing at all. The only bad books are books that are so badly written that no one would publish them. Any book that has been published is going to be a good book for someone. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I like that very much. And then, so I know I've mentioned on this channel before how I feel like every time I walk into my kitchen, I'm either emptying the trash or changing the paper towel roll. Now, I think this is real, and I need to show this to Bill. This is called the Bounty Forever Roll. This is crazy pants. You can go weeks before changing the roll. And I'm like, where would you actually fit this on your counter? I mean, you can, this is true because you can actually buy it from Bounty. Look how big the roll is compared to a regular paper towel roll. That's fucking giant. We would not have room on our counter for that. I got to show that to Bill, though. I have to keep that because, yeah. And then somebody posted this and said, my dad made this for when his girlfriend won't pick a restaurant. And I texted Bill this picture and I said, I'm going to make one of these for us. Because when we decide to go out to dinner, we're just like, huh. And every suggestion I make, he shoots it down. And I'm like, well, then where the fuck you want to go? They took one of those Fisher-Price things where you pull that handle and it spins, and then whatever it lands on, that's where you're going to eat. This should also be, what I really need to make this for is what to have for dinner. Put on there pasta, hamburgers, tacos, whatever it spins to is what we're having. I'm telling you, I'm going to buy one of these and make it. I'm going to go on eBay, or I'm going to go to the, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Goodwill and I'm going to find one that was used. I don't even care. I'm going to fucking make one. You can mark my words on that. Yes. Okay. And the last talking point, because the talking point, just like the OMG moments, can be anything that tickles my fancy on Facebook. Heaven and Earth Designs released a pattern called Purple Rain by John Enright. And Michelle, who is the owner of Heaven and Earth Designs, says this had to be charted in Anchor because DMC could not even come close to the vibrant purples. Every Prince fan, you're going to die. And I really want to see someone stitch this. Look at that. Are you kidding me right now? That will probably be a very, very popular pattern. Is that not just stunning? Seriously. Love it. Okay. OMG moments. Let's go. I got lots of them, but I'm not going to show them all because I constantly have ones. I mean, I probably have 15 in here now. Okay. This one I'm going to show you. I actually bought it today. So, in one of the book groups that I belong to, this is posted by Alyssa. She makes these blood spattered bookmarks. Wait a minute. Dude, you know, I messaged her and said, what store do you sell them out of? I have to have one. I bought the bigger size. I think it was $12. Completely worth it. I will link her Etsy store down below. I want to say she only had 9 of them and they were in like 20 carts. Well, there was 8 because I bought one. Oh my God, can you even? Okay. Yeah, that bookmark is fantastic. Okay, I was dying at this. So this was stitched by someone named Elizabeth in 1886. She said, no time is wasted spent making a friend. Stitched during the 9th year of my life, and I hated every minute of it. Because, you know, girls back then, they did needlework as like a class, like learning a skill. I just thought that was so funny. Okay. This person, Andrea Fowler, she got this back from the framers today. It took her over 2 years, and she just wanted to show it off because she loves the way they made it look. Gone with the Wind. Look at that. Are you serious? The framing, the matting, it's perfect, right? Yeah. Perfecto. Okay, this absolutely loved. Now, I don't know why. I thought someone stitched this, but I guess they didn't. They were going to stitch it because when I click on it, it takes me to the link to Etsy. This is a Sherlock Holmes inspired cross stitch pattern. It's in the shape of his head. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Come on. Yeah, it's so cool though, right? Absolutely love that. Okay, and I will show you one more. This is a Long Dog Sampler's finish by Linda. This was the Do Bears pattern. She said, photo doesn't reflect the color of linen well. It's a rust tone, and she used DMC 3371. Holy hell. Look at that. Ooh. Holy mole mole. Stunning. The Long Dog Samplers ones are just, oh my God. Okay. So we were going to do a true crime story, but I'm really just not in the mood for that today. So we are going to do we are going to do a motivational story. All right, I'm trying to find one. I didn't look ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna read this one that's called Keep Your Dream. Okay. I have a friend named Monty Roberts who owns a horse ranch in San Ysidro. He has let me use his house to put on fundraising events to raise money for youth at risk programs. The last time I was there, he introduced me by saying, I want to tell you why I let Jack use my house for this cause. It all goes back to a story about a young man who was the son of an itinerant horse trainer. What does that word mean? It means traveling from place to place. Okay, so it was like a traveling horse trainer who would go from stable to stable, racetrack to racetrack, farm to farm, and ranch to ranch, training horses. As a result, the boy's high school career was continually interrupted. When he was a senior, he was asked to write a paper about what he wanted to be and do when he grew up. That night, he wrote a 7-page paper describing his goal of someday owning a horse ranch. He wrote about his dream in great detail, and he even drew a diagram of a 200-acre ranch showing the location of all the buildings, the stables, and the track. Then he drew a detailed floor plan for a 4,000 square foot house that would sit on a 200-acre dream ranch. He put a great deal of his heart into the project, and the next day he handed it in to his teacher. 2 days later, he received his paper back. On the front page was a large red F with a note that said, "See me after class." The boy with the dream went to the teacher after class and asked, "Why did I receive an F?" The teacher said, "This is an unrealistic dream for a young boy like you. You have no money. You come from a traveling family. You have no resources. Owning a horse ranch requires a lot of money. You have to buy the land, you have to pay for their original breeding stock, and later you'll have to pay large stud fees. There's no way you could ever do it." Dude, the fuck? Then the teacher added, "If you will rewrite this paper with a more realistic goal, I will reconsider your grade." So the boy went home, and he thought about it long and hard, and he asked his father what he should do. And his father said, "Look, you have to make up your own mind on this. However, I think it is a very important decision for you." And finally, after sitting with it for a week, the boy turned in the same paper, making no changes at all. And he said, "You can keep the F, and I'll keep my dream." So Monty then turned to the assembled group and said, "I tell you this story because you are sitting in my 4,000 square foot house in the middle of my 200-acre horse ranch, and I still have that school paper framed over the fireplace." And he said the best part of the story is that 2 summers ago, that same school teacher brought 30 kids to camp out on my ranch for a week. And when the teacher was leaving, she said, "Look, Monty, I can tell you this now, that when I was your teacher, I was something of a dream stealer. During those years, I stole a lot of kids' dreams, and fortunately, you had enough gumption not to give up on yours." So the moral of the story, don't let anyone steal your dreams. Follow your heart no matter what. You know, and there was something about Steve Harvey mentioned in one of his motivational things. You know, God will not put something in your heart that is not meant for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you really have a dream of doing something, I am of the mindset that it's because you can attain it, you can do it. I think we need to trust ourselves more, right? So I love that story. That boy probably wanted to go nanny, nanny, nanny in her teacher's face, right? Like, "See me now, motherfucker," right? Okay. That was not as crisp as yesterday. I'm going to be hard-pressed to meet yesterday's tearing. Yesterday's tearing was the crispest I've ever done. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one now. May have to save this one for the junk journal. It says, "Stop chasing life and start living it." Because, you know, life is happening when we're busy making other plans, right? That's another good one. Yes, stop chasing it. Start living it. Do that needlework. Do that diamond painting. Do that coloring. Do that whatever. Yeah. Okay. This video is long enough. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Monday. I am working on Monday, so I will be up early to do my video. Thank you to everyone who just watches and subscribes and comments, and just thank you from the very bottom of my heart. And I keep meaning to mention the last couple of days, Patricia Clayton has donated $10 to the channel, and I'm sorry I kept forgetting to mention that, but thank you so very much for all of that. Your time, your comments, your love, your just encouragement of my junk journal and all of that kind of stuff. Just thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. So as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much again for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.